A couple more joins. All right, so welcome to first annual Makerchip ASIC Design Showdown. I am really happy to have you here participating in this. I hope this is something that I can continue to do year after year, and I hope that it continues to build enthusiasm and excitement and encourage the world of open source hardware design. I'm going to start with just some background information about the competition. There are, I think most of you in the call are participating in the contest, which is great. It is open to the public, so there will be folks on the call who are less familiar with the game rules and so on, so I'll go over that. We'll introduce the teams, and then we'll have the showdown event. So you've all submitted your circuits. The hard work is done. Now we're going to watch things play out. And after the showdown, we'll wrap things up. I'll talk about certificates and prize money and so on. So starting off with a little bit of background about myself. And by the way, for this, while I'm introducing things, you can leave your cameras and your mics off. Once I introduce the teams, I encourage everyone to be active and participating and turn on your cameras so we can see everybody's reactions and everything. It makes the event more lively. But first, some background information. Myself and Redwood EDA, right? I've been a circuit designer for most of my career. And about a decade ago, I finally got the nerve to walk out the door and focus on where, to me, was the real opportunity to have impact on the industry, not using the tools that were given to us to focus on one particular circuit and, spending years and years slaving away at that, but making the process more productive. And I learned a lot over the course of my career about where the opportunities were, and um, and I see a lot of opportunity for transforming, not just the process, but as you transform the process, you transform the industry. Um, you know, t- 20, 30 years ago, right? The software industry went through this transformation of where the open source ecosystem evolved and made software design more accessible, and you could work in the open and reach more people. And I see the same thing beginning to happen in hardware. And I'm excited to be sort of a part of that transformation, making tools available for designing in the open, right? Using Makerchip in this contest. Hopefully you've gained an appreciation for the fact that you can contribute in this industry that has traditionally been closed off to, um, you know, uh, expert designers and big industry. Um, Let's see. So the contest itself, again, for those who weren't a part of creating entries for the contest, um, the idea here is to inspire, right? To make circuit design fun. Circuit design fundamentally should be fun. It's it's logic games, right? It's challenges, and somehow this industry has made it not so fun, in my opinion. And I'm trying to bring the fun back to circuit design, or maybe not back to, but bring the fun to circuit design that should be here. And this contest certainly is all about that. Um, let's see. So in this contest, you had the opportunity, if you wanted to learn my technology, which centers around transaction level Verilog. And that's all about um, bringing a more productive approach and methodology to the process of designing circuits. And I hope many of you have at least scratched the surface enough to gain an appreciation um, for the transformation that's possible. So rules of the game, again, for folks who weren't participants. Um, Actually, maybe I can show this best by screen sharing the one of the demos. So let me do that now. And I'm trying to figure out why the waiting room doesn't let me bring someone in. All right, so here was just one of the demo setups that was provided for the contestants. So to compete, you're designing a circuit to control your fleet of ships. So you're designing the control circuitry for your fleet. And the waiting room again is a little weird. Here we go. So rules of engagement here. You can see your enemy ships. You have a few actions you can perform. So you can accelerate your ships in X and Y. You can attempt to fire. You have an energy, which is represented in this gauge here. If you run out of energy, you can't perform the action, but you can attempt to fire and specify the fire direction, up, down, left, right, no angles. You can cloak, so going invisible, as this ship is doing right now. And you have shields, which it seems I forgot to add to the visualization here. This visualization is showing sort of each ship's view of the universe. So this red ship here, these are his teammates and the opponents, and you can see the cloaked ships and so on. So the main thing about what each ship is able to see versus the entire reality of the situation is that you cannot see your enemy bullets. So there's a little guesswork there. Okay, so that's basically the the framework that the teams have to work with. And so again, you can design in Verilog or Teal Verilog. Seems like we had about 50-50 in the submissions. And let's talk about the sort of the rules of the contest, not the particular game itself, but we had and some stats on on what we got. So we had 15 registrations, 15 teams. Everybody registered early, got in the door early at the less expensive price point, $25. So that brought in $375. That makes a $200 pool available for prize money. That'll go to the first place team. If there is a tie, that money will be split between the winning teams. And we got, of the 15 registrations, we had 6 submissions, and 4 of those were battle worthy, meaning basically that the design compiled, error-free, and that they were ready to compete. So that's background information. We'll go to introductions. Before I do that, a little bit of a legal waiver. As I mentioned to all the contestants already, this event is open to the public. It is being recorded and may be edited and used for promotional and marketing purposes by Redwood EDA LLC and our partners. By participating in the event, including speaking or appearing on camera, you consent to this use. If you prefer not to be recorded, stay off camera, avoid speaking, perfectly fine. But as I said, this will be a lot more fun if we can see your reactions and you're engaged in the conversation. So I do hope that you will be active. And so yeah, let's get going. So team intros. I think we have at least 3 of the 4 teams present. A couple more in the waiting room. So let me have the team captains or whoever you choose introduce the teams. You can share, what inspired you to join the competition, what your backgrounds are in circuit design, what you're hoping to get out of it, some of the things that you discovered along the way or ideas that you came across, and maybe most importantly, whether you're ready for battle. So in the order of submissions, we have Team Fleetron, Team Bionic Beavers, Team F4, and Team Verifast. So let's start with Team Fleetron. If you'd not mind jumping on and saying a few words, be wonderful. So I think for Team Fleetron, we have Vidula, and I'm not sure whether
Hello,
Vidula. Yes,
am I audible?
yes.
Yes, okay. Hello everyone. I am Srinisha from EC Department third year, SSN College of Engineering, Chennai, India. Now I would like to introduce my teammates, Sundaram from third year SSN ECE Department, Vignesh from third year ECE, and Vidula from third year ECE. It is a great pleasure to be here as a part of the Showdown. The journey throughout the process was an absolute fun with a lot of learnings, and we wish to have more such events in the future. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks for introducing the team. It's great to have the participation from universities and students and professors getting involved. I know this technology, for various reasons, I guess, has gained a lot of traction in India, and I'm really happy to see that. I was able to travel to India several months back, and it was quite a pleasure and really nice to get to meet in person many of the folks that I've talked with over Zoom over the past many years. So I appreciate your involvement, and thanks for the introduction. And second up here, we have the Bionic Beavers from MIT Beaverworks. Who wants to jump in? I've got Sangeetha here as the team captain.
So we're the Bionic Beavers, and we mainly learned Verilog through basics of ASICs at Beaverworks. And I'm Sangeetha, and my
Hi,
team can
Sangeetha.
introduce themselves.
I'm Arya, and I worked with Sangeetha to incorporate all the code together. We really had fun in this event.
Wonderful. Anyone else from Beaverworks?
Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm one of the people helping working on this project. Thank you for hosting this. Definitely a lot of fun.
Great to have you guys involved.
Yeah, I'm Leia. I'm also on the Beaverworks team, and yeah, I'd like to thank our teacher, Mr. McGivern, for telling us about this.
Thanks, Leia.
Yeah, I'm also on the Beaverworks team, and thanks for hosting this. It's really fun.
Super. Thanks, Hannah. Yeah, I'm really happy to see the involvement at the high school level. That's really exciting. Part of my mission here is to make this world more accessible, right? And typically you go through advanced education before you can really do anything in this industry, and seeing high school students involved really is something that gives me great feeling about making an impact. You make an impact by inviting people in, so that means a lot to me. Mike, do you want to add anything from
the only thing I would just say is, can you all just tell everyone where you're from? So like what part of the country? Because we've got folks from all over the US.
That's fantastic.
Arya, you want to start?
Sure. I'm from Austin, Texas.
All right, Sangeetha?
I'm from the Bay Area, California.
All right, Alex?
Also.
I'm East Coast, like New Jersey, of the US.
Wonderful. I grew up outside of Philadelphia.
All right, and then Leia?
I'm also San Francisco, California.
And Hannah?
I'm from Texas.
Where was that?
She's breaking up a little, but she's from Sugarland, Texas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I'm using my data right now, so it's kind of
okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to point that out because I think it's really cool that we've got students from around the world participating in this. So thanks, Steve.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It sounds like maybe folks have heard about MIT elsewhere in the country. All right. Well, welcome. And third team up here is F4. Looks like I've got Karuthika.
Hi. So I'm Kirutika from Team F4. I've participated in this with my friends Anjana, Swarna, Lalita, and Medha. And overall, this has been super fun, to be honest, because we have learned Verilog as a part of our course and stuff, but I didn't think we could use that to play a game. So when I saw the challenge, that was something I was really excited about. And it was super fun working with my friends because we were discussing strategies for the game and just like overall having fun. We used to have like Gmeet calls where we'll talk about the game and work together and stuff. So it's really nice that this has been something learning at the same time fun. So it was a really nice way to, organize this competition. So thanks to Steve for that. And we are super excited to see everyone else's battleship strategies and yeah, let the showdown begin.
That's wonderful to hear. Yeah, again, just seeing this bring friends together and get friends excited about this domain. That's wonderful. Last up, we've got Verifast with Jacobo. I think I saw you join.
Yeah, hi. Been very fast. Here are also in the call Gabriela and Juan David. We are students from the Universidad de los Andes in Colombia. Gabriela and I are currently coursing bachelor's degree in electronic engineering, and Juan David is about to finish his master's degree in electronic engineering and computer systems. For us, the process was a little challenging because it took time to understand how to work in Makerchip in a proper way. But and also we didn't know about this platform, and working in a collaborative way via GitHub was a little bit new to us.
Great.
Nevertheless, we enjoyed the challenge, and we got to the conclusion that working on TL Verilog was easier than System Verilog in this showdown.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm glad you attempted to tackle something new with TL Verilog. Glad to hear that. Glad to have participation from the Southern Hemisphere. It's wonderful. All right, well, welcome everyone. Time for the event. So let me see. I will screen share. And I think this is the one I've got set up for a competition. All right, so what I have here is a template that's very similar to the templates you were given to set up your own battles and develop your spaceships. I've got the 4 successful submissions included here, so your designs are all available. And then down here, I'm configuring which teams are competing. So I'm set up here to start with Fleetron and Bionic Beavers. The schedule of events is right here. So since we do have a fairly small set of contestants this year, our first year, we can do everyone against everyone, which I think is exciting. And so Fleetron versus Bionic Beavers is our first match, and then we'll go down in order here. Everyone gets to compete with everyone else. So let's do this. Fleetron versus Bionic Beavers. In the red corner, we have Fleetron and Bionic Beavers up on the right. So for each of these contests, it's simply compiling the design, which in this case I've already done, and laying it out. So I'm going to press play, and we're going to watch Fleetron and Bionic Beavers battle it out. Here we go. Both teams sitting back. Cautious strategy. We got Bionic Beavers setting up a wall of death. Shots could be trouble. Uh-oh. Fleetron flies into the wall of death. Oh, that's going to be a close one. Oh, Fleetron going in for the kill. Fleetron with the victory. All right, congratulations to Fleetron in the first kickoff battle. Next up, we have F4 versus Verifast. So let me go up and configure that. And let's mark down the victory here for Fleetron. Oops, did that compile? And there we had the first ever battle in the first annual Makerchip ASIC design showdown. And horribly, I forgot to reset to time 0. So in the red corner, F4 versus Verifast in the green. And battle. Verifast and F4 both engaging very quickly. This is going to be a close one. Close call. Oh, and they fly right through each other unscathed. Verifast taking a very diagonal approach to the game. Oh, this could be disaster. Look at Verifast hiding in the corner. So strategic. Oh, that could be trouble. F4 takes out Verifast. Congratulations to F4. All right, let's set up for the third battle here. So that victory goes to F4, saving me on the typing. Now we've got F4 versus Fleetron. And compile. And let me make sure to reset this. All right, we have Fleetron in the red and F4 in the green corner. Battle. F4 again with an aggressive start. Fleetron being a little more cautious. One-on-one here. It's a dogfight. Flying again right through each other. Look at them circle each other. No, that was a close one. Well, we can tell from the timeline the end is near, and the fatal blow from F4. Congratulations to F4 with another victory. F4 out in front here. Okay, next up we have Bionic Beavers versus Verifast. I'm really impressed to see the strategic maneuvering of these teams. All right, we have Bionic Beavers in the red and Verifast in the green. Let's battle. Beavers again with their wall of death. Oh, strategic shielding. And everyone taking a cautious position here. This could take a while. Let's speed this up. All right. Oh, we have some action. Slow that back down. Look at Verifast pulling out this new strategy mid-course. Strafing run. And it could be successful. Verifast with some late game strategy. Congratulations to Verifast.
Sorry, I had a quick question. I don't know
Yeah, please.
why, but on our end, all three of our um spaceships move.
Yeah,
And
and here it doesn't seem to be moving like the way it does when we simulate it.
Oh, is
yeah,
that right? For bionic
yeah,
beavers?
yeah.
Well, we'll have to look into that.
Okay.
That's interesting. Maybe we can take a quick break and just look at the code. I think it's fun to see midway what's happening. So this contest had Beaver's code. Your code was written in TL Verilog, right?
Yeah.
That's correct.
So let's take a look here. I think this will be interesting to see what's going on in the code. So I believe this is your code.
Yeah.
Yes.
And let's see if we have some indication in the logs of things that may be disconnected. So that's just, okay, we have multiple assignments. So this could be an indication. So we have multiple assignments from your code to one of the signals, the output signals, the acceleration, which could be an explanation. If your code has multiple assignments, you have a warning. So it might be good while we're having the battle, if you can check your code and see if you're also seeing warnings in your log. Do you know if your log was clean?
Yeah, my log was clean.
Log was clean. So this could be interesting. So what we're seeing in the compilation is that we have multiple assignments to these signals. And when that happens, it's not predictable. I'm trying to think exactly what might happen, but I think it's not predictable which of them would win out in the end. So, you get this risky error saying, who knows what the behavior is going to be. So the question is why it is showing up here, but it was not showing up for you. So this is a good kind of opportunity to explore the Makerchip platform. So we can see in the logic diagram. I think this was team 0 was yours. And we're looking at the X and Y acceleration. So I think the error was Y acceleration, which is not that one. So, certainly this may not be something that we can debug live. And if there was an issue with the submission, it's a contest. That may just be the way it goes. But let's see what we can figure out real quick. And I do have to say that Wall of Death is kind of working out well sometimes. So let's look for Y acceleration. All right, so we do have some defaults. I'm guessing this is showing up in your code. Why are we getting the defaults? Oh, that should not have an impact actually. That's infrastructure. And so that's your assignment. And that's your assignment. That's where the error is coming from, and that should be the error. So the question is, why are we seeing that in your submission? All right, so if you would like, while I'm continuing with the contest, you can take a look at the code that you submitted and see if you see these duplicate assignments to YY acceleration.
Okay.
And, whenever you have anything, just jump in, let us know what
Okay.
you found. As far as the contest goes, right?
Mhm.
Unless there was an error on my side to put the submission together, the contest holds as it is.
Yeah.
If I did make a mistake in pulling in the project, maybe I grabbed the wrong version of it or something like that. I don't think I did. I think this one's on you, but we'll see, right? If there is a reason to contest the results, we need to realize that we need this to be a fair contest. So I'll leave the door open to that. But again, my guess is that there was just an issue with the way this was wrapped up. I know you guys had, maybe about 2 weeks to learn all of this and get your submissions together. So I'm sure there was some crunch time activity going on, but we'll see. I'm glad you spoke up. But
Thank you.
let's continue. Yeah, let's continue on here. So let's see, we just had the contest between the Bionic Beavers and Verifast. That one goes to Verifast. And next up, we have Fleetron and Verifast. So all right, so right now we have F4 with 2 victories and Fleetron and Verifast with 1 apiece. And in the red, we have Fleetron, and in the green, Verifast. Let's battle. Verifast living up to their name here. Fleetron being more cautious, laying down the bullets when there's opportunity. It's a field of chaos. Again, we've got a dogfight here. Leetron avoiding the wall of bullets. Again, we see Verifast with their strafing run strategy. Will it succeed? It does. Cloaking does no good. Verifast with another victory. So we have Verifast and F4 tied right now for the lead. Next up, we have the Beavers against F4. All right, we have the Beavers in red and F4 in green. Let's battle. This determines whether F4 takes the cake or shares it with Verifast. Oh, early destruction of the F4 here. We have the crippled beavers laying their wall of death. F4 flying around it. Finding that safety pattern again. I can see in the timeline this goes on for a long time, so let's speed this up. And it looks like we might be in a holding pattern here. So let's speed this even more. And we continue that until max time. And victory by number of ships. Bionic Beavers takes the win. So our scoreboard here. Looks like we have a two-way tie for first. F4 and Verifast, both sharing 2 victories. I do have a setup here with all of the teams duking it out simultaneously. You can see the scorecard. So here we have all the teams battling. This should be exactly the same battles we just saw play out. Laid out here, we've got Fleetron top to bottom, Verifast across the top, and F4 in these positions, and the Bionic Beavers in these positions. So just for fun, let's play out all the battles simultaneously. And we can see as they go the scorecard at the bottom. Victory for Fleetron. Victory for F4. F4 and Verifast, and then our final battle called on time. Congratulations to everybody for competing. We will find out what the story is with the Bionic Beavers submission, but as it stands, we have F4 and Verifast tied for victory. I have to say, this was really exciting for me to see the creativity that's gone into these and to see things play out, just this whole idea of circuits battling it out online in a contest. So wrapping things up, just kind of summarizing the what's going to follow. As I said, certificates and prizes. So the prize amount, a total of 200, split 2 ways here. So we have 100 for each team. Communicate with me on Slack to work out the details. We have different options for how we get that payment out to you, but we will sort that out after the fact in Slack. And certificates will go out to all of the teams that submitted successful submissions. I will put them together now, knowing the results. So we'll have first place certificates, and why not call them third place certificates? So we're sharing the victory for first place with 2 teams. That puts the other 2 tying teams in third, and we'll get certificates out to all the teams, all those 4 teams. I, encourage social media posts and so on, of course. Let's get this as visible as possible and lead into a good next year. I hope this was fun for everybody. I hope you compete again next year. We will, similar to the way we ran this one, we'll announce the challenge for next year, probably beginning of 2026, sometime in that time frame. And other opportunities on the horizon. I personally, I'm extremely excited. I had an exciting week last week, discovering that you probably remember that I mentioned in the contest write-up, there are pros and cons between choosing Verilog and choosing TL Verilog. One of the cons of TL Verilog is there's not a lot of information out there yet in the wild. Documentation is fairly fresh, and there's just not a lot of examples to learn from, and that's a big issue for AI, which feeds on having a lot of example data. So what I discovered last week is that Claude from Anthropic has figured out a good bit about TL Verilog and the related technologies, and is actually able to code circuits and code visualization of those circuits, which is very revolutionary for the industry and the way that we use AI to design circuits. If the AI has a means of communicating to the designer what it has done beyond just dumping code and dumping a lot of verbiage. So I'm really excited about that. Keep an eye on that in the months to come. Just to review the learning resources that are available in Makerchip, especially for those who weren't participating in the Showdown. You've got tutorials, examples, and courses and specs all embedded in Makerchip itself. And yeah, I look forward to next year's challenge. I'm excited to hear from you guys. I'm going to stop my own screen share if I can find it and see all your faces. Any reactions from everybody? Congratulations to the winners, first of all. Maybe we can hear from the winning teams.
Well, we're not a winning team, but when we won
Yeah.
the last thing, I almost dropped my computer, so that's a reaction.
All right. Thank you. Anybody else?
I found the duplicate line, by the way, so yeah.
Okay. Well, it is very unfortunate. I'm sad to see that, such a minor error can impact the results of the tournament.
Yeah,
But
probably wasn't very efficient, so wait to write the movement.
yeah. But, nonetheless, I'm glad that you got to compete and enjoy the contest. And one of the nice things about the contest is it's set up, it's public. You can run your own contests. Mike mentioned to me earlier that you're planning to kind of break out after this and make individual tweaks so that you can battle against each other. And I think that's really exciting. And, by all means, do that battle and record it and share it. It'll be fun for everybody to see. Any other comments? Congratulations to, I forgot already who we have, F4 and Verifast. So Jacobo and Karuthika, congrats. I'm looking for them on the call. Maybe they had to drop.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, Jacobo. I think Jacobo wanted to say something.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, there you are.
I want to thank you, the organizers, for giving us the opportunity to take part of this contest. It was really fun.
Great. Congrats, Jacobo.
It was really fun, like watching the battle with all of us here. So I'm glad all of us joined here to at least watch the battles, and wasn't just an announcement or so that this person won and stuff. We got to see the battle, and that was super fun. And honestly, it was fun playing against my friends too while trying to develop the logic. So yeah, I hope all of you enjoyed, and thanks for organizing this. Congrats to our other winners. Congrats to everyone else for, having a successful submission too.
Thanks, Karuthika. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for making this a fun event. And hope to see you next year. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had
Thank
a
you.
quick question.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
So in our team, we have like 8-ish people. Do we each get certificates, or is it just one per group?
I can do certificates for everybody. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And we'll talk to you, communicate that over the Slack channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have. Well, that's a good point. I don't have everyone's name, so yeah. If you can share team names for everybody on the team, that'd be wonderful.
All right.
And,
Thank you.
Prize money will go out to the team captains, and then it's up to the team captain to, decide what's appropriate there.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have
Bye-bye.
a nice day.